Jesus gives a commentary on the vision of the Blessed Virgin Mary as a child going into the temple. Jesus says, "The high priest had said, 'Walk in my presence and be perfect.' The high priest did not know that he was speaking to the woman who is inferior in perfection only to God. But he was speaking in the name of God, and therefore his order was a sacred one. It is always sacred, particularly with regard to the Virgin full of wisdom. Mary had deserved that, quotes, 'wisdom should precede her and show itself to her first,' unquote, because, quote, 'from the beginning of her day she had watched at its door, and wishing to be taught out of love, she wanted to be pure to achieve perfect love, and deserved to have wisdom as her teacher,' unquote. In her humility, she did not know that she possessed wisdom before being born, and that the union with wisdom was but the continuation of the divine pulsations of paradise. She could not imagine that. And when God whispered sublime words to her in the depths of her heart, in her humility she considered them thoughts of pride, and raising her innocent heart to God, she besought him, 'Lord, have mercy on thy servant.' Oh, it is true that the true wise Virgin, the eternal Virgin, has had only one thought from the dawn of her day: to raise her heart to God from the morning of life, and to watch for the Lord, praying before the Most High, asking forgiveness for the weaknesses of her heart, as her humility convinced her, and she was not aware that she was anticipating the request for forgiveness for sinners, which she would later make at the foot of the cross, together with her dying son. Quotes, 'When the great Lord will decide, she will be filled with the spirit of intelligence,' unquote, and will then understand her great mission. For the time being, she is only a child who in the sacred peace of the temple establishes and re-establishes closer and closer connections, affections and memories with her God. This is for everybody. But for you, my little Mary," and Jesus is speaking to Maria Valtorta here, "has your teacher nothing special to tell you? Quotes, 'Walk in my presence, be therefore perfect,' unquote. I'm slightly modifying the sacred phrase, and I'm giving it to you as an order. Be perfect in love, perfect in generosity, perfect in suffering." Look once again at Mother and consider what so many ignore or wish to ignore, because sorrow is too irksome to their taste and their spirit. Sorrow. Mary suffered from the very first hour of her life. To be perfect as she was implied the possession of a perfect sensitivity. Consequently, sacrifice was to be more piercing, and thus more meritorious. He who possesses purity possesses love. Who possesses love possesses wisdom. Who possesses wisdom possesses generosity and heroism, because he knows why he makes the sacrifice. Raise your spirit, even if the cross bends you, breaks you, and kills you. God is with you.